Now, a key manufacturing component of medical products, Naphtha, is facing unstable supply amid disruptions brought about by the Middle East conflict. It is essential for producing plastics found in syringes and catheters. Suppliers say prices of such medical products are rising, and it could jump as much as 50%. The Singapore Health Ministry assures that public healthcare institutions are not facing any shortages, and there is adequate stockpiles. Lee Tresiap reports.
Disposable syringes and personal protective equipment, or PPEs, different tools that you see every day in hospitals, but made from the same material, naphtha. Derived from crude oil, this petrochemical liquid mixture is the key ingredient in the production of a wide range of everyday plastic-based products, from disposable lunchboxes, drinking straws to plastic bottles. Now, the ongoing Iran war has threatened its supply.
Naphtha is basically a byproduct of crude oil. So in the refineries, crude oil will then make products such as naphtha, and then these are then used for downstream petrochemical industries, where they'll use it to make, for example, plastic products, which will then, of course, be used for other types of products and production. So currently, in the case of Singapore, the refineries are using crude oil sourced from primarily the Middle East, but also from some of the surrounding oil-producing countries.
Ships pass through the Strait of Hormuz to bring crude oil and naphtha to Singapore. The critical waterway handles around a fifth of global oil shipment. With it being blocked off amid the conflict, manufacturers are hit hard. Local firm MedPro Medical Supplies says manufacturers of medical products are already raising the prices, which could go up as much as 50%.
Well, the recent volatility in the Middle East has moved the needle significantly on operating costs. So for Singapore manufacturers, this is not just only about higher utility costs, but it also hits the triple threat, which is energy, logistics, and feedstock. So especially the energy and chemical sector is feeling probably, in my opinion, probably facing the most acute pain or risk, because when the Strait of Hormuz faces disruption, right, it kind of chokes the naphtha and natural gas flow, which is the lifeblood for the petrochemical sector.
The Singapore Health Ministry says the country is not facing any shortage of pharmaceuticals and medical products. It says public healthcare institutions maintain adequate stockpiles. It also diversifies sourcing strategies to ensure supply chain resilience. Local wellness retailer Guardian says prices and stock for pharmaceutical products remain stable, but experts warn that the impact will be felt beyond the healthcare sector.
Plastic products are basically in our everyday lives across different industries. So we can expect that different industries, whether it's consumer electronics, medical, industrial, etc., that use plastic as part of their production process would be affected in some ways by either the shortage or the high prices that they have to pay in order to get hold of the supply in order to continue their manufacturing and their production.
He says while there are alternatives to naphtha as an ingredient, it's not available in large volumes.
So what is naphtha and why is it so important in manufacturing? Well, let's have a look. Now think of crude oil like a giant multi-layer cake. When refineries process it, the lighter layers rise first. Two of those layers are liquid gas and naphtha. But naphtha and that gas are still the raw dough. They go into giant furnaces where heat cracks their long molecules into tiny ones, forming 4 chemical compounds. Add catalyst and pressure, and these little pieces click together again, forming materials like flexible plastic, tougher plastic, foam, and also synthetic rubber. With that, naphtha is found in everyday plastics. Medical supplies, drinking straws, takeaway containers, and even mobile phone cases. And where does Singapore get it? Refineries at Jurong Island process some from crude oil, and some arrive by tankers from the Middle East and India, weaving through the Strait of Hormuz before parking at Pulau Bukom and Sebarak terminals, where the oil refineries are located.